Welcome back, Classic Gamers, and thanks for viewing Jay the Classic Gamers. Let's play Fire and Ice for the NES Part 6. When we last left off, we completed Worlds 8 and 9. With that said, let's finish the damn game. And you've probably guessed this by now, but World 10 is the hardest world by far. The first level on World 10 is a very tricky level. The first thing we want to do is drop an ice cube next to the flame that's right below us. We will use it later on to kill that flame. Now we need to manipulate some ice and kill the right flame. Just like that. Now let's make an ice cube and send it to the left so we can use it as a step. From here, we need to make another ice cube and send it to the right so we can use it as a step. But make sure you remove these two blocks of ice before you continue on. Now let's climb up here and take care of the top flame. Make sure you take out that ice block there. Now let's make an ice bridge across. And make sure you take out the last two ice blocks. That is very important, or else you won't be able to get back up. Now drop an ice block down below. Now we have to manipulate some ice and kill both of these flames. Here I go thinking again. I don't know why it took me this long to figure it out. No, Jay, that's not the right move. There you go, finally I figured it out. Now let's drop this ice cube on the flame below. Now we need to drop an ice cube down below and figure out a way to kill this flame. And that is how it is done. Now all we have to do is climb all the way up to the top and destroy the last flame. Level 10-2 was a hard puzzle to figure out, but it's very simple once you do figure it out. The first thing we want to do is drop that block to the right. Now we need to drop 4 ice cubes down below, so that way we can climb back up here. Now we have to figure out a way to build some steps and get that block right below us pushed to the right. And that is how it is done. Now we need to climb to the top and start pushing some of these blocks over to the left. Now let's climb over here and push a block over. Now we need to go to the very bottom and push that block over to the left once more. After you do that, this level should be a piece of cake from here on out. Guess what? It's another tricky level. The first thing we want to do is drop an ice cube on top of the block. The next thing we should do is drop 2 ice cubes down between the 2 burners, which you can clearly see that I'm not doing. There we go, now I'm on the right path. Now let's make 2 ice blocks here, drop down and push the block over to the left. Now let's climb over to the left side. Now let's climb down here and fill in these 2 gaps. Make an ice cube and push it to the left and drop it on the left flame. Now we need to make another ice cube and push it over to the left so we can use it as a step later on. Now we can manipulate some ice and kill the flame that's right below us. The next thing we need to do is drop a block of ice on the left side of the block. Just like that. Now we can use it as a step and it won't push the block over. Make sure you fill in that block of ice right there or you will not be able to use it as a step. Now we can climb down here and destroy this flame, climb back up and destroy the last flame. And yet another tricky puzzle. The first thing we want to do is make an ice cube and kill the flame right below us. Now we need to build an ice bridge over to the left and we can take care of the left flame. Now let's kill this lower right flame. This part is very important. Make sure you fill in this block right there. Now let's go through the right pipe and lower the upper right flame. Next, we need to kill the flame that's right to our left. Just like that. Now we need to manipulate some ice and kill the flame that is right below us. Just like that. Now we need to make another ice cube and send it down below also. Now we can drop down and take care of the last flame on the right. Now we need to go back through the right pipe. Now we need to send 3 ice cubes over to the left so we can use them as a bridge. Now we need to make an ice bridge all the way across. Now we need to make 2 ice cubes and push them to the left. This is very important. Now climb up to the top and lower the flame. Now we need to go through the left pipe. Here I go thinking again. Damn it, Jay, just remove that ice block and drop down. Now we can make an ice cube and destroy the flame that's right below us. We can make another ice cube and kill the left flame. Killing this last flame is not very difficult, but it did take me a minute to figure it out. I am way overthinking this. It's not that hard. It's right in front of my face. I've done this 100 times. There you go, finally! I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is a very easy level. Drop the 2 flames down below and drop the block down below. Remove this ice block and remove that ice block to kill the 3 flames. Now drop below and drop the block down below. Go down below and push the block over. I'm not going to lie, this was the level that took me the longest to figure out. The trick to this level is to get the top block attached to the wall. Just like that. Now we can push the lower block over to the right. Now we need to drop an ice cube down on top of it. Push it to the left. Make you a step. And push the block over the burner. Basically, we're just going to repeat this process for the rest of this level. This is the trickiest pipe level in the entire game. The first thing we want to do is fill in this gap. That is very important for later on. Now let's go up here and lower the flame. Now let's drop an ice cube and we can take care of the right flame. Next, we need to manipulate some ice and kill the flame that is right below us. Now let's go through this pipe and lower the flame. Now let's remove that block of ice so we can push an ice cube down there. We'll use that later on to kill the flame. Now remove this block of ice so we can take out the flame. Now we need to go through this pipe so we can kill this flame. Just like that. I'm getting a little ahead of myself at this point. I do not need to do this. I need to go in this pipe and kill that middle flame. Now we need to drop an ice cube over to the left. Drop down, fill in the gap, and kill the left flame. Now we can take care of the last flame. This was another tricky stage that took me a while to figure out. The first thing we want to do is push 2 ice cubes over to the right. We'll use them later on to kill the flame. Now we need to make an ice cube and push it to the left, so that we can drop down and push the block over to the left. Now let's make 4 ice cubes and drop them down below. Make sure you fill in that block of ice right there, or else you won't be able to use it as a step. Now let's make an ice cube and drop it down here. Now we can push the block over. Now we need to drop down and destroy the bottom flame. Now this was the reason why I dropped 4 ice cubes down there. I wasn't for sure how many I needed, but you need to make a staircase so you can get back up and kill the last flame. This is probably the hardest level in the entire game. The first thing we want to do is kill the 2 flames that are right below us. Just like that. Now we need to fill in this gap. Now let's go ahead and make 3 ice cubes and send them to the right. We'll use them later on to kill the 2 flames down below. Now let's make an ice cube and drop it to the left. Now we can kill this flame to our left. Let's go ahead and make another ice cube and drop it down and kill the flame below. Now we need to make 2 more ice cubes and drop them down to the left. Now let's fill in this gap and make 2 more ice cubes and send it to the left. All of these ice cubes down below are eventually going to make a staircase so we can get back out of there. And that is how you make the staircase. Now we can kill this flame. Now we need to climb up to the top and kill the 2 upper left flames. Let's go ahead and drop this flame, make an ice cube here and kill this flame, and make an ice cube there and kill that flame. Now let's make an ice cube and push it to the right. Lower it down. Now we need to lower this flame. Now let's make 3 ice cubes here. Let's make 1 more ice cube and push it here. Now we can kill the left flame first. And now let's kill this flame. Now we need to drop down below and kill the last 2 flames. Make sure you remove this ice block and this ice block so you can get back up. Now we need to make a stair. Just like that. Fill in this gap. Create an ice block. Walk around and kill the 2 flames. The drawbridge to the castle will lower and we can battle the final boss, the evil wizard Druidle.
Can you hear me, Dana? Listen, you have to break Druidle's staff in order to defeat him. When you fight with him, you must smash ice against his staff 5 times. Be careful, Dana.
Welcome, kid. But your fight ends. I'll smash you and melt away Coolmint Island.
This stage is very easy. The only thing you have to do is fill in this gap here. Fill in these 2 gaps and remove that. Now remove 2 gaps here. Push the block over, remove that block, step back and kill the flame. This is the final battle with the evil wizard Druidle. His attack is in a set pattern, so he is very easy to figure out. The first thing we want to do is push the block over and drop to the very bottom. Now let's climb up here so we can make an ice cube. Whoa, that was very close. Now let's go ahead and make another ice cube and head towards the bottom this time. Now let's go ahead and push the 3 blocks into his staff. Next, we need to climb back up and make a couple more ice cubes. That's 1. Let's just wait here until his flames come along, so we can make another ice cube. Now all we have to do is make 1 more ice cube, go to the very bottom, and we should be able to defeat him. And that is how you beat Fire and Ice for the NES.
Arrgh! I can't believe I've been beaten by such a young upstart. But don't think you've won just yet. When people have forgotten about courage and wisdom, I'll come back. Ha 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 ha!
You did it, Dana. Peace has returned to the island. Don't worry, the people will never forget your courage and wisdom. And certainly, I will never forget.
Yabba dabba doo!
This is the end of the story. But what happened to Dana after that? Everybody knows the rest of the story. He went on to become a great wizard.
I have to admit, this was a fun and very challenging puzzle game. I would highly recommend it if you enjoy playing puzzle games. Yabba dabba doo! If you watch this video to the very end, you find the secret code to access 50 more bonus levels. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do those levels. I can only imagine how hard they are. So this concludes Jay the Classic Gamers Let's Play Fire and Ice for the NES Part 6. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank you again for watching, and thanks for the support.
Wait, there's more to the story. You can play on the Hidden Fields 101 to 150 while holding down the select button on the title screen. Press the B button 10 times.